Hey guys, wanted to give you some quick video instructions on your final project in American history, the Change and Continuity Project. I'm really excited about this project. It takes everything that you have learned and studied in American history, and you trace different periods of time and kind of connect some ideas to today's world, all through this lens and idea of what's changed and what's kind of remained the same or still needs to change. Really excited about it. Just want to give you guys a quick tour of the expectations and things like that. If you head to the master schedule and check out the Change and Continuity Project, that will take you to kind of the project resource page. Let me get it. The published site here, which has all the directions and everything. The main thing that you'll probably want to look at today are the project directions, which is in this Google Doc here. If you open that, you can make it a little bit bigger. So starting with our learning target, you're going to use historical thinking to analyze change and continuity from one topic of American history. And these topics are going to be very, very broad. You're going to think critically about America's past and present. Think about these essential questions once we select our topic. What has changed? What has remained the same? That's kind of the definition of you defining the change and continuity right there. But then you go a little bit deeper, like who has benefited from this change, who has not benefited, and why. There can be several other questions in here as well. What you will produce, your success criteria, you will select one of the topics as a focus of your project. You'll use text resources, your interactive notebooks. I got links to crash course videos that you can review, as well as additional outside research. And then you will create a video documentary on the topic, tracing through at least 3 different periods in American history, as well as a discussion of the present. You can work individually on this project, or I'm also giving you the option to work in a partnership, because I think it could be powerful to have some conversations with another individual on the topic. So think about if you want to work individually or with one other partner. I can't do groups of 3. I think that just kind of gets too big for the scope of this project. Here are your topics. Okay, number 1, work, technology, and exchange. Number 2, culture and society. Number 3, migration and settlement. And number 4, America in the world. So those are the 4 topics that you can choose from to be the focus of your project. Here's just some examples. If you're like instantly freak out about a video documentary, here are some samples for you. It could be an organized discussion between 2 or more people. That might be if you were in a partnership. An interview show of an expert, maybe where one person's the expert, another person's the interviewer. Slideshow or a timeline documentary with voiceover. So like, maybe you create a presentation and then you walk us through it through your discussion. A video blog discussion, similar to almost what I'm doing here, just kind of recording yourself and talking about your ideas. A tour with some creative art throughout the time periods, or an animation if you're into that and have that skill set. I'll let you guys, take a look at the rubric here. I'll just briefly go over it. It's 100 points, so pretty big assignment. It's a big comprehensive project. Your topic, you're looking through those 3 different periods as well as the present. You have questions about change and continuity, and you also answered those questions. your video is creative. You had a planning document, maybe you had a script that you wrote out. You didn't just kind of record yourself babbling on and on like I'm doing right here. Submission and then mini seminar. Those are kind of final points. More info on the mini seminar coming up here in a minute. Calendar and due dates. So you should be watching this video on Wednesday, April 25th, or kind of the week of. You're really just going to explore the topics today, maybe start asking some questions on a planning document, and then prep for our seminar day next week and completing a form. Next week during live class, we will have our group mini seminars where we'll get together with other people that are in the similar topic as us and just kind of have a mini Socratic seminar about our questions and what we're thinking, what time periods we might be focused on. So think of that as almost like a brainstorm session. Wednesday 5-9, we'll kind of have a work day on the project. I'll have resources if you need filming resources, if you need to use a class iPad or something like that to film or to check out, I can supply that to you. And then Wednesday 5-16 is when your project, your video is due, and we're going to do kind of like a movie day, gallery walk, and watch each other's work. So it should be a fun day there. Now back to my resource page here, change in continuity. Here's where I want you guys to kind of go from here. You can click a copy of the planning doc here. Think of this as kind of your seminar planning doc, the thing that you will submit along with your video. It should ask you to make a copy. You'll want to be sure to put it into a shared folder with me, or share it back with me, or just make it so that it's shared with anyone that has the link. And then this form needs to be completed by the end of this week. So for the rest of live class today, I'd really like for you guys to take a look at the 4 different topics. So for instance, if I click on culture and society here, kind of a little bit of a brief intro on what culture and society is. I also have different time periods that you can look at. I got this from Khan Academy AP American History. So we can break things down into periods. Remember, you want to look at 3 different periods in American history, as well as where culture and society is today. So I also have some recommended periods that you could look at, right? So I really think culture and society between the 1800s and 1848 period 2 really has a lot of good stuff about culture and society. Additionally, period 3, period 7, period 8, period 9. You're free to choose other ones if you like, but those are ones that we've really covered in live class pretty hard. I also have links to all of your text sources and readings. You should have some of this stuff in your interactive notebook as well. I also have video resources, mainly crash course stuff. So, if you picked period 4, you might want to take a look at what your textbook says about that time period through the reform movements. Then you might want to come down here and watch the crash course and really get zeroed in on that. Likewise, for all other topics here, migration and settlement, America and the world, that's all there. Okay, so I want you guys to spend the rest of live class today kind of combing through those 4 different periods and selecting one that you would be interested in doing, as well as having this kind of planning document here. Next live class, we will be doing mini seminars based on what you guys selected for your periods. Before then, by Friday, 4/27, by this Friday, you need to complete this Google form and have your period selected. Okay. And then again, during next live class, there will be more info in next week's announcement about what mini seminars look like. But really, all you need to do for this week is maybe read the project directions, get a copy of this planning doc, look at the different periods. What would you be interested? Which ones would you be interested in doing? And what topic would you be interested in doing? And kind of select that, fill out that form, and then we'll have more info at next week's announcement. You'll probably want to be thinking about some of those questions that you might want to bring to the seminar. If you guys have any questions, please email me. This is a really fun project. I did it last year. It worked great. I give you guys plenty of time to work on it, plenty of time to bounce ideas off one another, and I'm really looking forward to what you guys come up with. So do good stuff today, and you guys are amazing.